Hey, Mary students. Me and Miss Ross this week are going to have you calculate speed at home. So you're going to do an at-home speed lab. So you're going to find two things that you can calculate the speed of. So you could use like your pet and see how far your pet runs across the room. Or you could use your kid brother or sister, or you could use yourself, right? You could go running or walking. You could also use different objects like a ball. Or for instance, what I'm going to do is I made a ramp and then I have this little baby car. So I'm going to put the baby car down the ramp and I'm going to find the speed of the car. So you're going to have to use two objects, two different things. You could do one where it's a toy and one where it's a person. Okay. You could roll a ball down here. You could have two different types of cars, maybe different size cars, right? So you could do that. You could change the angle of the ramp. So some different things that you can do. So be creative with it. Because you are calculating speed, you have to remember the formula. So can you see that? Speed equals distance divided by time. So we have to be able to calculate the distance. Now you have a worksheet and in the table, you're going to write the distance. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to measure my ramp. Now, what do I measure with? I don't know what I have at home. Well, maybe you have a tape measure. Maybe you have a ruler. Maybe you have a yardstick. Maybe you have a tape measure like this. So if you're going to do something longer, right? So use what you can. There's also, if you have none of those, there is an app on your iPad. So you do have an iPad, and the app is called Measure, Measure, Measure. And it works really slick. You download it from self-service. Okay, it looks like a ruler. It's a black icon with a ruler on it. And then what you do is you go into it, you're going to point it at the beginning. First, you start to move it, and then you point it at the beginning. So, like this would be the beginning of my ramp. And then I drag it to the end, and I stop at the end, and then it will tell me the distance. Okay, so there's all different ways that you can measure. So, once you figure out how you're going to measure distance and what you're going to measure, you're going to do that. And if you can, use the metric system. Okay, if you can't, go ahead, use inches or feet, miles. I don't know if you're going to be running a mile, but you have to do it 3 times. So if you want to, go for it, right? Good exercise. But if you can, use the metric system. So my tape measure has both inches on this side and then it has centimeters. So I'm going to measure mine in centimeters. Now, I do this and I get 42. So the distance is always going to be the same. I'm going to do 3 trials, but the distance doesn't change. So I just have to measure that once. So I got 42. So if I wanted to put that into my formula, it's 42 centimeters, right? And that would go on top. So speed equals, the distance goes on top, and then I'm going to find the time, okay? And I'm going to time it 3 times just to be more accurate. That's what we do in science. So we take, the more trials we do, the more accurate our data is going to be. So if you have someone to help you, I really think it's easier. How are you going to time it? You can time it using a phone. You can time it using a watch. If you have a seconds hand, you can time it on your iPad. So I'm going to choose my phone and I'm going to go to stopwatch, right? And I'm going to, it's kind of hard to do, put the car at the very top. And then when I let go, I'm going to press start. Okay, so oops, and my first trial doesn't work because what happened, I don't know if you noticed, it went off. It went off. So it didn't go the total distance. So I'm going to have to try it again. So I'm going to try it again and see if I can do it. Yes, I was successful. Awesome. So that was 2.6 seconds. So then I put that into my formula. That goes on the bottom, 2.6 seconds. So my units are going to be centimeters per second. Remember, speed is a rate. So centimeters per second. Can you see my formula, right? So I'm going to take 42. It's on the top. So I'm going to divide that by 2.6. Now it's going to be a decimal. I mean, it's going to be a whole number with a whole bunch of numbers after it. Just go to one number after the decimal point. Okay, you don't have to write down the whole, I mean, so many numbers, right? So just one after the decimal point. Okay, and I don't know if you can see this, probably not, but it's a lot. So I got 16.1538462. I do not need all that. I'm going to put 16.1, and that's, oh, nope, 16.2 because I'm going to round up. So that is my speed, 16.2, okay? And then I'm going to do that 2 more times. I'm going to write the information down in the data table that has been so nicely provided by Miss Ross. She is a master of documents. So that is what I did. Okay, but I have to do it 2 more times because we're going to find the average speed. All right. So if you need any help, remember we have office hours from 2:30 to 3, Monday through Thursday. So pop in, ask for some help. You can also, I have a Google Meet Wednesday and Thursday this week. So if you want to come into the Google Meet and I can help you, you can also, email is a super great thing to use. Okay. So try to have fun with this. And let us know if we can help. All right. See you later.